After 9 o'clock as I record this. I hope it's working. I think it might be working. Just an update really on what's been going on the last couple of days. Sorry I didn't get in touch yesterday about yesterday's program. I've been really unwell the last few days. In fact, I went to the doctor yesterday morning, came back and spent the entire day in bed, and I only got up about an hour ago, to be honest. I've had this rotten flu which has kind of gone in on my chest and has given me a really bad chest infection, and it's been really difficult to shift. It's a strange one really, because it began a week last Saturday when I started to feel poorly and I felt a bit shite the weekend before last, and then it improved a little bit and I was able to do some shows last week, but my voice was terrible. But as the weekend approached last week, it just got worse and worse, and I've been absolutely shockingly unwell for the last few days. So apologies again for not getting in touch yesterday about not being on air yesterday afternoon, but like I said, I spent all day in bed. So there you go. I feel a bit better today though, after spending a day in bed. It seems like everybody, when I say everybody, I understand from my neighbour popping around to visit me to say hello, and from Caroline, a lot of people are in this situation at the moment. I've got suspicions about why this is, but you can't prove them. And a lot of it is to do with the flu vaccine, I think. I really do believe that. Although some doctors will tell you that the virus in the flu vaccine is a dead virus, it's not a live virus, but I don't believe it. Because I think it's an amazing coincidence that the surgeries and the supermarkets and the pharmacies start offering people the flu jab in the last couple of weeks, and the signs are up everywhere, and then before you know it, then people are unwell, and you know, in my case, fairly unwell for the last week or so, and I think it's not a coincidence at all. But anyway, what do I know, you know? So-called experts will say it's not a live flu virus that's in the vaccine, but I don't know. So that's it really. It's just an update. I'm going to go back to bed and just relax and sleep a bit more. I've been able to sleep, ironically. It's been a bad few months. Long-time listeners will know I spent a few days in hospital in August and missed a couple of weeks in August. It's just been a bad couple of months, but that's all it's been. And I just put it down to just a bit of bad luck, really. I'll be back on my feet really quickly. I'm hoping maybe that I can do something tomorrow or Thursday on the show and be back, because I can't stand not being on air. Not for any reasons of vanity, but I love the show and I love being on, and there's a lot going on at the moment that I'd like to be talking about. And there are people constantly getting in touch with me who've not been on the program before, whom I think you'll be really interested to meet. So I don't like not being on. Anyway, so I'm just popping in to say a quick hello, really. This is about the best way that I can think of doing it, is just through a quick YouTube video, rather than type something on Twitter. Because if I type something on Twitter, or get my mate to type it on Facebook, because I'm not on Facebook anymore, you don't get a sense of what's really going on. So I don't want, nor do I need, any sympathy. There are a lot of people smothering with this fucking dose at the moment. It's just taken so long to shake. I've had bronchial problems ever since I was a young boy. I grew up in a house where it was constantly a fog of cigarette smoke. My mother smoked when she was pregnant. I've never smoked, I've never touched it, but it definitely had an impact on my health when I was younger, and it's continuing, I think, to have some sort of an impact when I get older, in terms of when I do get any sort of an infection, it generally tends to go to my chest or to my lungs. But anyway, like I said, I don't want sympathy, I don't need it. I'll be all right. I'm going to be all right in the next couple of days. I had to bite my tongue, but I am taking an antibiotic because I'm worried about the fact that I can't shift the mucus that's on my chest, which is a real worry. So anyway, that's just it, right? Just an update. There's loads going on. I know there's loads going on with Brexit and other issues, and I'm anxious to get back really quickly and to start the shows as well. I was debating whether or not to say this And I said I wouldn't say it, but I am going to say it. I'm pretty much immune to criticism, and I'm certainly immune to hostility. But I was a bit disappointed to get an email through PayPal the other day from a listener who cancelled a £2 per month donation because of the fact that I've been a bit unwell, that I've been unwell in August and that I've been unwell the last few days. And ordinarily I wouldn't pay any attention to that. But I just want to say this, that was pretty lousy. The programme has been on air for over 4 years now. And I've presented, produced and edited over 1,000 shows in that time by myself. That's 5 days a week most of the time, Sunday to Thursday. And if you're going to be unwell and it's going to upset somebody that much that they're going to cancel a £2 a month donation and send a critical email saying, oh, you're never on air. I've done over 1,000 shows since September 2014. I'm always on air, and I always will be. And I'll do thousands more in the coming weeks, months and years as well, as long as they're needed, or as long as people want me to do them. Again, I debated whether or not I would say that, but I'm just going to say it. I'm not going anywhere, and the show is not going anywhere. I've not been well. This is an update about that. I'm going to go and get some hot drinks now, and I'm going to go back to bed. Thanks for putting up with me. Thanks for understanding, and I'll keep in touch with you. And like I said, I'm hoping that I'll be able to get back on this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, all right? So in the meantime, as usual, look after yourselves and one another, and I'll talk to you real soon.